Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a performance and tutorial for this really amazing card trick that is definitely going to fool your audience. But before we get into it, I want to thank you all for 500,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate all of the support you've shown on my channel over the years to help me reach this big milestone. So once again, thank you all so much. And now let's get right into the performance. So I would start off this trick by giving the deck a quick shuffle here. Now I would have my spectator make a selection. Once they choose the card, I would tell them I am just going to have them look at it and remember the card for the trick. Once they have memorized the selection, we're going to go ahead and lose it into the middle of the deck. I'll give the pack a few cuts here as well, and a couple more, and a quick riffle shuffle to really lose the card in the middle of the deck. So after doing all those cuts and shuffles, it's safe to assume, we've got the card lost into the middle of the pack, and it's my job now to find the card. What I'm going to do first is riffle down the side and try and get us a good indicator card that's going to assist me in finding the selection. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this card over, and this 5 of hearts is telling me that my spectator's card is a red one. So what we're going to do is just place the 5 of hearts down on the table, and we're going to turn over the next card, which is going to further help me find their selection. So we have this 4 of hearts right here, and this 4 is telling me that my spectator's card is 4 from the top of the deck. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and deal 1, 2, 3. We have this 4th card here. Now if I snap my fingers, give it a little flick, you can see that we have the 5 of hearts in my hand, which should be my spectator's card, but I could have sworn we placed the 5 of hearts down on the table earlier. But if I turn this over, you'll see it's actually the ace of spades, and the 3 cards that we have right here on the table are the other 3 aces. So guys, that is the trick. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to learn how to perform it, make sure you watch the tutorial. All right, guys, let's get right into the tutorial for this super awesome card trick that is definitely going to impress your audience. There's a small setup that you're going to make for this trick. You're just going to take out the 4 aces and one of the valued 4 cards in the deck. In this case, I have the 4 of hearts. I like to reveal the ace of spades first in the trick. So you're going to go ace of spades, the 4, and then the 3 other aces in any order right on top of that. You're going to place these 5 cards right at the bottom of the deck, and you're good to go. So here's how it looks: 3 aces, a 4, and then that ace of spades on the bottom. This is the only setup in the trick. Once you've done it, you're ready to start. So you can go up to your spectator. You can give the deck a riffle shuffle. Just make sure you riffle those 5 cards first. You can also give the deck some false cuts as well. I'll leave a link on the screen right now if you want to learn some, but just make it seem like you're mixing up the deck, but in reality, you've kept your order there on the bottom. At this point, you're going to have the spectator choose a card. They can choose any one except one of the bottom 5, so just make them choose a card from the middle. Now, in the performance, you're just going to have your spectator look at the card, but for the tutorial, we'll take a look at it together. In this case, we have the 10 of diamonds. So as your spectator is looking at their card and remembering it, you're going to want to give the deck a quick swing cut. They're going to place the card in, and then you're going to need to get this card, essentially back to the top of the deck while keeping your setup here on the bottom. So here's how to do that. In the performance, I started dribbling the cards from the bottom and up. I came over with my other hand and I lifted up like this to get a natural thumb break here, separating the rest of the pack from where their card is. All I do now is a quick double undercut to get their card to the top of the deck, and our setup remains right there on the bottom. So that's a good way to do it. It's quite simple. You, at this point, can give the deck a few more false cuts. You can also do another riffle shuffle. Once again, make sure you keep your setup cards there on the bottom. Then in your other hand, make sure you finish with their card right on top. So you've created the illusion that their card is lost in the pack, but in reality, you have control of it along with your setup on the bottom. From here, what you're going to do is spread out the deck. Tell them, we've got your card lost somewhere in the middle. What you're going to do is spread all the way to the bottom of the deck, and you're going to need to count off 5 cards in your head quickly, because you're going to, as you square up the deck, get a quick pinky break. So I've counted the cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm squaring up the deck like this, and I've got my pinky break separating the rest of the deck from our setup cards that we have on the bottom. So that's going to happen quick. It's really easy to do once you just practice a few times counting the cards in your head. Now, what you're going to do here is come over with your other hand, transfer that to a thumb break. Tell your spectator you're going to need to find an indicator card now, which is going to assist you in finding their selection. So you can just riffle down the side of the deck here, stop wherever, and give the deck a quick swing cut into your other hand. Do a little small talk here. Try and make your spectator forget that this is the top of the deck. Now you're going to turn this card over, and obviously this is going to be their selection, but you're going to play it off and act like you don't know it's their card or anything. You're just going to say, so we're going to turn this card over, and you can see here we have this 10 of diamonds. This is indicating to me that your card is red. That's what I like to do at this point. Make sure your spectator doesn't interrupt and say, oh wait, that's my card. Just, if they try and interject or something, just kind of play it off and keep talking. Now here is the important sleight of hand move in this trick. As you turn the card over, I like to keep it out jogged a little bit towards myself, because then I'm going to turn it over with this pack that's in my left hand. Remember, I've still got my thumb break here separating the setup cards from the pack. Now, as you're pushing this card up and acting like you're just dropping it off on the table, what you're doing, this is in slow motion, you're lining it up and then just dropping those 5 cards right on top, placing the top card down. In reality, you're placing that ace of spades on the table, and now their card is buried right here below your now 4 setup cards. Again, that's going to be happening quick. It's really not too hard to do once you get the hang of it, but just practice that sleight of hand move a few times. Practice it in the mirror so you can see how it looks, and you really don't want to get caught at that point. But again, it's going to be happening quick. You're doing the switch. Their spectator thinks you just placed that 10 of diamonds on the table. From here, you're going to turn over this card, which is that 4. You're going to take this pack, bring it right to the bottom, bring all these cards to the top. Tell your spectator, okay, this 4 is telling me that your selection is 4 cards from the top of the deck. Go ahead and take the 4, bring it to the bottom. Now you're ready to deal out the top 3 cards. These are going to be those aces, 1, 2, 3. Take the 4th card and tell them, right here, if I snap my fingers, give it a little flick, you can see that we have the 10 of diamonds. They're going to be blown away. They thought you placed a 10 down here. You can say, well, wait, I could have sworn I saw the 10 of diamonds here. You can even have your spectator turn this over. They will see it's the ace of spades. And then for the grand finale, you can snap your fingers over the 3 cards here, turn them over, and show them you found the other 3 aces right there on the table. So guys, that's the trick. It's a cool one. It's pretty quick, but it's got a nice visual effect. Give it some practice before you go out and perform it. Overall, not too difficult to perform, and it will definitely blow all your spectators' minds. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, I appreciate you helping me reach 500,000 subscribers on the channel. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.